We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.
Hello and welcome back to Sit and Chat podcast. I'm Liam Whyte.
I'm Thayjamieallan.
I'm Allan.
Hey, third time lucky. How are you doing?
I'm all good. I mean, that was first time. Don't know what you're talking
I know.
that was first time.
lucky.
Yeah, totally.
No
100%.
issues at all.
We're back in lockdown. That's a good time.
Oh yeah, lovely. Positive mood. I was going to start off by saying Merry Christmas, but you really wanted to bring up the mood, didn't you?
Oh, no.
Candy came.
No, I mean, Merry Christmas. and that,
Well prepared, Dylan. Well prepared.
Candy came in my hand.
Aye, Merry
So-
Christmas and all that. But
Obviously, the
Good night.
first like Christmas lockdown since like the Spanish flu or whatever. So, what did you guys do for your lockdowns, Christmases?
Christmas.
I feel like it might be illegal what I've done, so I don't want to mention it.
Nah, definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
went-
so-
I went-
okay.
I went up
In
to
the most detail you can go into, what did you do for Christmas?
I literally just went up to my mum's and then came back home.
The joys,
Simple as it gets.
the excitement.
Didn't really do much.
How about you,
What
Jabba?
did you do?
We had Christmas at mine's. It was me
The
and
big
my cousins
host.
came up. Aye, me and my cousins came up. My cousin, her boyfriend, and her dad. They came up and we just spent Christmas at mine's. It was good though. We got the old famous out, the Nintendo Wii. What a game!
Oh,
Was absolutely pissed by the time he got in the PlayStation at 2 in the morning.
Nah, I wasn't drinking. I don't know what you're fucking like, sick.
you know on the drink?
I had a. Of course I was. Aye, I was fucking. I was fucked by. I came on at 2 o'clock with the PlayStation with Dylan, and we stayed up till like I don't know 6. No, it wasn't as late as that, but
It was like 5.
it was.
No,
about
it was
5.
no, it was 6 because Duncan came on.
It was in Duncan's in Afghanistan, so
Well,
well, it
Duncan
was.
was in Afghan, and he woke up in the morning and
He,
came
he
on.
woke up. He woke up and I was still steaming for the night before. So
Oh, that's good. In
uh,
Afghanistan, you can still take your PlayStations out.
aye, he was sitting in Afghanistan on his PlayStation.
What
Well,
I
it's
will
like-
say on Christmas. What I will say on Christmas, I didn't wake up till 3 in the afternoon. That wasn't it. Wasn't very cheery.
what fucking time
Was
do your
it the-
family eat dinner at then?
Oh, 6:30.
Okay, I suppose it wasn't too.
Aye, normal time.
No,
oh,
I mean that's
yeah.
late for Christmas Day.
It's quite late for a Christmas day, especially if you're
Aye.
on scran beforehand.
What if you wake up at 3:30? What time would you expect dinner?
Fucking on the table there and then.
Jamie wants to roll down from his bed and it to be sitting there on a plate waiting for him.
100%.
That's the kind of
100%.
house. Well, I spent my fucking Christmas in a tent outside my grand's.
I seen that in your Snapchat. To be fair, it was funny.
No.
See, I mean, because obviously I got you from the airport. You said to me you were actually going in a wee tent and you were actually going to do it. I didn't anticipate how stupid it would look. I understand why you done it, but it's just fucking actual
it was,
stupid.
yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I suppose, in case you can't tell, I'm back from Jersey. Woohoo, the joys. Back to the greatest country, of course.
Oh,
But obviously, because recently travelling, didn't want to by any chance put my gran at risk. So I decided beforehand I'd be spending it outside for Christmas. And then about a week before Christmas, I suddenly realised, oh shit, what happens if it rains? So then I then desperately tried to find a gazebo, but also realised most gazebos take about 2 people to put them up because they're that fucking massive. So I realised I had to get one of those like pop-up tents. You have to like install a shower till on the roof. So got one of them for 20 quid. Took about 15 minutes to be able to figure out how to set it up. And it stayed intact. I will say though, there was a genuinely like wind speeds of about a mile an hour at the tops, and it felt like it was going to collapse under that pressure. so if it was any stronger, I'd hate to fucking imagine what would have happened.
where is it now? Perched up for your next adventure.
It's currently sitting you can't really see it, but it's sitting behind the ping pong table in the flat. ready for next Christmas when all this shit happens again.
Aye, we were still in lockdown. That's
Nah,
more than possible, by the way, more than possible.
I couldn't even get any food as well. That was the more gutting thing because I was told that all the Chineses would be open, as you'd expect. But every time I tried to order from one, they were like, "No." So I went quite hungry on Christmas.
So you just there spending the day with them and no eating, or what?
Well, my plan was I was going to get a Chinese delivered out and just eat in the tent while my gran had something to eat in the house, sort of thing. But I could not get anything delivered. It was a bit of a struggle, so I had to wait till I was home before I got any food.
So who was there? Just you and your gran?
Yeah, my gran's sister and her husband came round to visit, but they were literally there for 10 minutes. To
Got by the tent as well, aye.
nah, they brought just themselves. And then my uncle and my aunt came up as well for like an hour, and they were sitting on the camping chairs outside. It was a very Bear Grylls styled Christmas that we had.
Yeah, Christmas in the Bear Grylls.
Yeah, I will say though, I want to bring up a debatable topic though. Okay, I want all three of us, right, to try and plan out what is the ultimate Christmas dinner. Okay, so all three of us have to make what we would consider the perfect Christmas dinner. Okay, so you can only have
each get a component.
Yeah, no.
Right,
So like, we'll go through it piece by piece. We'll discuss it, right?
Nah, I say we all take a course first, and then.
Oh, you're going for. I was just talking about the main meal. If you want to do
Nah, fuck that. Full. I mean, you could do 4 courses, right? Because obviously you would have a soup in the middle.
Cheese and that at the end as well, yeah.
Well, that's 5, but we're not going on that yet, right? So who's taking starter? Who feels I've got a?
Well, I never actually have a starter, so
my starter is a soup.
Right, well,
no. We'll go. What we'll do is we'll go through a course at a time, and then we'll decide on it. We'll have an argument.
Right, Jamie seems like an expert here, Liam. So I don't
know. Fucking hell. Have you seen this, Billy?
Right, so go on, Jamie. What is that?
Well, the starter choices you get, right, especially in my house anyway.
Okay.
You get prawn cocktail, right, with salad. Right?
Crisps.
No. Actual prawn cocktail. Otherwise, it's egg mayonnaise with salad. Just obviously a wee portion, right? Or the other one is patty and toast with salad.
I think out of all of those, the patty with toast is probably the most traditional Christmas one.
So that's the 3 that you would be offered if you had that means. I always go for egg, but I don't have the mayonnaise because that's barking.
Well, we'll say then for each course we can only pick one component.
That's posh people stuff, Liam. I'm lucky if I get the main.
I know. I'm also lucky. I didn't even get food this Christmas.
I know you didn't even get
it. Well, out of those 3 then, choose them.
I would pick the pie and toast. I think if I.
What would you choose? What would you choose to eat on?
Well, no prawn cocktail, no the sandwiches. So
egg,
pie and toast. Then. Yeah.
Okay. No, egg with salad. So it's 2 votes for egg with salad, and I mean I've got.
Okay.
Well, I mean it'd be egg and remove the salad. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Add cheese, no lettuce. Add cheese.
Just a couple of egg with a bit of salt in that.
No, I'd add cheese. Don't worry.
Did you just not have like soup or something like? Would that not be like a tradition?
No. Is they have the soup in between, Liam.
Aye. So you go starter, and then the soup.
Oh, Jamie, fuck off!
You did, honestly, you did. That's how it's actually done.
Is that actually like what people consider traditional?
Go Google it. That is literally the way.
All right, okay, fine then. So we've got the egg for the starters. Then that's what we're saying. So this is the ultimate Christmas meal, by the way.
Well, based on us. Aye, based on us.
Right. Okay. So we're having the egg for the starter then. No salad. That's getting chopped in the bin.
So soup wise,
I can't believe you've not even mentioned the breakfast in the morning. Like I feel like that's.
You don't have breakfast on Christmas.
Yeah, no. That's. All right. What would you have? What would you have for breakfast?
For lunch, for breakfast, it's always just be a fry up.
A fry up before a fucking Christmas meal.
See, no, but that's because he never has a Christmas dinner though. That's the thing.
Like I don't have all the wee in betweens. You know what I mean?
No, you don't have anything. You just have a fry up, take away, then a dessert, and that's you.
You're mental.
Don't talk shit. Anyway, soup flavour wise would be a lentil for me.
What about like potato and leek, something like that?
I mean, I'm being FaceTimed as we speak, but anyway, carry on.
Probably just be chicken. Chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle.
Nah, just chicken. Just
So
chicken.
wait, what was the options there? I was getting FaceTimed. What were you saying?
I don't know, probably have potato and leek if it's a Christmas one.
So we'll both hit it with 3 different ones.
And we'll go after the sides. Also, Jamie, what happened to the
What's
light that was illuminating your face because it's gone very dark?
know.
on you?
I got fucking FaceTimed and it fucked up.
We'll get there eventually.
What? No, it's, I'll fix it. I'll fix it at some point. Hey,
Put hey. Put the phone torch up at your face.
I'm not liking this angle anymore. Though.
I was just getting it so the light would be fixed, but clearly it's not fucking worked. Now, wait, what's that behind the day?
You go up and then back. Yeah, right, that's better. That's actually, I mean, it's horrible, but it's better.
Oh fuck.
Right.
There we go, that's better. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's
Right,
good.
on you go.
That's good.
Right, how are we settling it?
I get fucking blinded now.
You don't need your eyes first.
Lentils. The most Christmassy is lentil or white potato. My favourite is chicken noodle. Nah, lentil.
Yeah, but we're having it as like a Christmas meal, so like it's a one day sort of thing.
I'll stick with a lentil then.
Lentil. I concede for a lentil.
I'd still stick chicken noodle, but I lost, so I will never concede. So like there you go.
Right. Okay then. Is it the main day at Jamie or is there another fucking four?
Aye.
No, you've got the wee skewers that come out. The cheese platter.
Jamie's getting the Iceland truck dumped outside his front door.
It's the cheese platter that comes out.
I'll take a dump in your carpet shop and move on. Aye, it's a fucking main course.
Right, what meat? Settle the meat. Turkey.
Well, I mean, traditionally it's turkey or chicken.
I would have chicken personally. It's just a better version of turkey.
I agree, but I've always had turkey.
I've always had turkey.
Are you saying though that if this is your ultimate ideal, you can pick whatever you want? You'd pick turkey.
Turkey's advertised on.
No, but that's thing though. If it was ideal, I wouldn't be cooking it. My mum would be cooking it. My mum would never cook a chicken on Christmas.
No. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, obviously, this is your ideal thing. You can have whatever you want. It's not you that has to be cooking it. I'm just saying, would you still pick turkey over chicken?
I don't think you want to hear my ideal. So it's
No,
full
I
chicken.
do now because it's clearly bad. So I want to hear it now.
It's a full chicken. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, Jimmy. It's a full chicken, mash, sweet corn, fully deep fried chicken. But like each and every
You want
part
fucking
cut up.
KFC chicken for your?
No.
If you could have KFC every day of the week, you would.
I would. But no, I want it. I don't want it KFC fried. I want it crispy fried.
I mean, I see what you're saying. You're wrong.
Turkey's answer here.
Aye, I agree.
Okay, turkey. Right.
It'd been over for
Right. Like we'll say like potatoes, you can only have one type of potato, you know, like mash, roast. What you're on mash?
Well, traditionally it's roast. You're meant to have.
I would always pick roast. Roast's the best. It's a Christmas Day roast that you're having. You'd have roast potatoes.
Personally, I wouldn't have it.
You don't like potatoes?
No, I have. Not really, no.
You're weird.
Like, I can't if they're covered in tomato sauce.
What would you go for, Jamie? Mash or?
Fucking
No, but that's the thing. I feel like mash you can get away with the gravy.
Nah, because roast you can put gravy on them, no.
No, but mash.
I do get what you're saying about mash, but it's just wrong in general.
Aye. Roast would be my answer. Oh yeah, I can't never went and fucking smashed the laptop.
How do you want?
Can I see your face again? Pure darkness. There we go.
Fuck off, right? Fuck off. Fucking phone's gonna be a bad.
Okay, right. So we got turkey, roast potatoes. What types of veg are you having?
Carrots.
Carrots, yeah, I'd be with.
I'd say broccoli, but I know it's not traditional broccoli.
What about like cauliflower cheese sort of thing? It's just a better version.
Get that out of this fucking conversation.
That's not even like on the table.
Oh,
You've went over to the table, got a new table, and just called it.
Okay, definitely carrots. That's
carrots. We can all agree. I think it's the first time we've all agreed on, so that's good.
Aye.
No, you're not having peas because it's not a steak, right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance cauliflower cheese is going anywhere near the table. right? But I would have the
Brussels sprouts. Don't say Brussels sprouts.
no. I personally I wouldn't, but that's tradition.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I would-
it doesn't have to be all about.
No.
tradition.
I know that they would be nowhere near. They would
Yeah.
nowhere near my.
I'll go for roasted.
Right.
What
Well,
broccoli.
we're forgetting here pigs and blankets.
Yeah,
Aye, but we're
no.
talking about the
We're coming back to it. We're just saying veg at the moment. So let's say we have to
Oh,
have
right,
three.
right.
So we'll have carrots. What about parsnips?
What the fuck is parsnips again?
The wee fucking green thing.
Nah.
What did you just say? Green beans?
You know what I'm talking about, Jamie? It's a wee mini tree, but no broccoli.
No,
Mini-
that's fucking asparagus, you mongo.
Oh, all right. Well, we don't know what we're talking about, so we'll move
Holy
on.
fucking shit.
I know what parsnips are. Aye, you would have them.
What colour are they? What colour are they?
The wee yellow,
Sort of
the kind
like-
of yellow things.
Oh, aye.
Yellowy, sort of whitey. Yeah, it's kind of like a harbour
they're bang.
potato.
Mhm.
Aye, they're bang.
Right, so carrots
Um,
and parsnips. We need one more. What are we having?
Broccoli.
Nah.
Nah,
Roasted
it's a bit naff.
broccoli.
It's a bit naff.
Just
The best broccoli is always still a bit naff. It doesn't matter how good you cook it, it's still a bit naff.
What about green beans? They're always.
I can be down with that actually.
You just can agree on that. And like I said, I will never concede.
Well, Jamie, it's
Aye.
our podcast. Looks like we're
Fuck it.
picking
Green beans, yeah.
All right, okay. Pigs and blankets. That's a given. They're on the plate.
That's everything to be on my main course plate.
All right,
Nothing else. Would you have gravy?
I was
Aye,
gonna say,
obviously.
no, he has tomato sauce. Will his Liam remember?
That is fucking rank, by the way. You are a fucking Wayne.
Right, well, jealousy doesn't suit you. Liam.
Nothing does.
But,
It's fine.
I would have gravy on the plate. Aye.
Right. I'm trying to think. There must be something else we're missing. Well, see,
Yeah.
right, and I know you are going to slate me like fuck for this, right? But have you ever heard of Scully before?
Nope.
Scully, no.
Yeah. Nah, it's like a thing you get up north, so it's for Ronins.
For sheep shaggers.
Yeah, basically. It's like don't know. I don't actually know the way to describe it. I'm gonna fucking Google it, see what it's actually counted as. What have you
Stuffing.
remembered? Stuffing. Yes, that was one that I
Stuffing's
forgot about. We
got
have
to
to
be
have
in your
that on
plate.
it.
No, but you never know how that. That's kind of part of the
Right.
turkey, in my opinion.
Okay, right. Scully is a Scottish dish made from oatmeal fried with fat, onions, and seasoning.
Yeah,
And
you may
it's
as well splash some
banging.
haggis on that as well.
Actually,
Pissing it
to
while
be
you're
fair,
at it.
what about haggis? A wee
Not
bit of haggis.
evolved.
I wouldn't have haggis with foot fucking putting on a fucking Christmas. 356 days of the year when they touch haggis.
You're a Ronan. Anyway, okay, so is that it settled then? So we're having turkey, roast potatoes, carrots, parsnips, green beans, pigs and blankets, stuffing and gravy. That's the main, right?
All right, but let's get on to the dessert here. You won't agree with me on this either. Salted caramel cheesecake.
No, I can tolerate that.
I can
Salted
tolerate that.
caramel cheesecake.
I could deal with it. Put it this
Oh,
way,
I'm
It
right?
wouldn't be my personal go-to. I would have a chocolate gateau with whipped cream.
Put it this
I
way, right? I'm
understand that,
going
but
nowhere
I don't get-
fucking near a not like pudding thing. I'm going nowhere fucking near any of that shit. The traditional
Ferrero
dish of
Rocher pudding, Jamie. Ferrero Rocher pudding, what you said.
Nah.
the fucking what do you call it? The traditional Christmas pudding would get fucking yeeted in a bin if that was anywhere near
Well,
my table.
the kind of things like fucking
Fruitcake
strawberry
and stuff.
trifle and that, get that to fuck.
Fruitcake
Yeah.
especially.
Strawberry cheesecake as well, get that away. There's salted caramel cheesecake.
That's a cheesecake.
Or
That's the
there's-
only cheesecake.
Aye, or Viennetta ice cream, because
Aye.
that's always a famous.
The red velvet thing Mitchell said he had sounded no bad. Mitchell
Aye.
said he had a red
Oh,
velvet.
still-
red
I still wouldn't
velvet
have-
cake is.
Aye, I know, but
It's a
chocolate
good
gateau
cake.
would be my
It's a
go-to.
good cake, but I don't know if it's a Christmas cake.
I mean, to
But I
be
don't
honest, I'm too full at this point to eat any fucking desserts. But you know, I'm in my head imagining that sounds great.
Well, I would say chocolate gateau with whipped or pouring cream. Would
Or
be my
both.
go-to.
Half whipped.
I both fuck it.
What are you having then, Dylan? Salt caramel cheesecake.
Salted caramel cheesecake.
I think I'll go with you on this one. Actually, I like the sound of that. It's a bit different, but you
Salted
know, I'll
caramel
take it.
cheesecake.
I'd back it too. I wouldn't mind any of the two of them.
Right, and
No
is it-
Christmas,
what
but
is-
it's good.
what is it you said as well, Jamie? A cheese board as well to add in the end.
Aye, cheesecake.
I've not done that, and that's a New Year thing.
Cheese board.
And Your New Year's Day dinner. That's what that's for.
Oh.
Liam,
Uh,
what are you?
No. Every year without fail, right? The New Year's dinner that I have, man.
I mean, I've heard of like having like a steak pie on New Year's Day. I've not heard.
So it's steak pie, and then it's.
Oh, then
a
it's a
cheese board.
cheese board. Right.
What about the meat platter?
So I wouldn't have a cheese board.
What about the meat
You'll take
platter, Jimmy?
So wait,
Yeah,
what
so-
would you wait? So is that it then? Is that the Christmas dinner? Or are you having any more?
Right, that would.
Meals in
No,
the house?
there's alcohol.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that's the thing then. See, for Christmas, are you like drinking, not like all night, but would you like have like a glass of Prosecco or something like, or, like wine
This
or
is
something
me
like that?
this is me for the whole of Christmas and the whole other 356 days, 65 days of the year.
You're not a drinker, Dylan?
No.
No? Don't touch the stuff, or
Oh,
you just very rarely have it?
Don't touch this stuff. Never have.
Well, we're going to have to change that.
What I'll say is this has been a day. The bin got cleared out, and that's all the cans are just in a day.
Disgraceful behaviour.
See, one crack and rum and coke would sort you right out all day.
Aye.
Yeah, actually, yeah. What would you guys then have like a traditional, like, would you have like a special drink on Christmas, or would you just keep it to the standards?
Nah, I mean, for me, we start. So it was me and my
Desperado.
cousin's. It was me and my cousin's boyfriend that was drinking. We had like Jack Daniels and Coke. Then we had Kraken and Coke, and then we had cans of Desperado. And then, when he went away, I went back to had another Kraken and Coke, and another Desperado on the PlayStation.
On
But-
top.
And you
On
were
top of
fucked
it,
off
aye,
that.
I just said Jack D and Coke, mate. I never said how many, you know what I mean? But no, this year, I tell you, though, this year I did have something. I bought a bottle of.
Okay.
I'm going to show you, right? Well, I'm going to get it on my iPad. I'm watching it.
Like the fucking
Motherfucker.
granddad trying to show us on his iPad.
I can only imagine him trying to take a picture on it.
Jamie's got a
Don't
selfie
help.
stick for it.
That's the boy right there, Don Julio.
Oh, tequila. Yeah.
Aye. No, it's like a rich caramel and chocolate
Ooh.
drink. Aye, it was
Sounds nice.
banging.
What would you have as a glass or just like a shot?
No, you have it as a glass, but it was like 150 quid a bottle. So
It said 69 quid on that, on that fucking iPad. There.
so that's per bottle in Costco. That was just
right,
the
okay.
first thing that
Yeah,
came
so
up.
you have to buy like 40 of them if you want it.
Aye, well, Costco, you need the mad card and you need to buy a certain amount at one time. But the
Oh,
Don
but-
Julio is like 150 quid a bottle. Banging though.
If you want bread, it'll go nicely in my bar.
It was finished that night.
Nice, 150 quid well spent.
Aye, it was. So,
Right, so
but
to-
I only had two of them.
Okay, then. So we're not having like special drinks then, we'll say. I mean, I'm not someone that often does anyway.
Right, you
usually.
sit intense, so like I think water's good enough for you.
It's very true. I think I had one can of Diet Coke in my grands. If you want to go for that. So we're having, what was the star? Egg, literally a fucking egg. The
Egg,
soup was
salad,
lentil, if I'm right, yeah. That what we-
no,
No, it was lentil. The main was turkey,
Turkey.
roast potatoes,
Roasted.
carrots, parsnips, green beans, stuffing, pigs and blankets, gravy, then a salt caramel cheesecake, and yeah, that was it, wasn't it? That's the ultimate Christmas.
Jamie cheese butter on the year.
That's it. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate Christmas meal, there, guys. We've solved it. We now know what.
You
every year.
do that every year. Just I don't like half. the
Honestly,
stuff.
I'd be
Well,
fucking, I'd
I
be
would never
fucking
have-
dead like halfway through the main if I had to have
Aye.
all that shit beforehand.
Well, no.
I
I wonder how big you'd be if you had that every year. Oof.
I mean, honestly, I'm big enough. I don't need that fucking shit in my life as well.
Aye, you only get it once a year.
Yeah, well, someday.
You look so shameful as you say that.
So, like, I don't know. Are you guys a typical present giving household? I don't know. Like, do you get like loads of gifts or not really? Or what happens at your
Nah.
guys' house?
I get one.
Just like,
Oh.
what was it? What was it this year?
Money
Love
off my
and
Monday.
respect.
Money off my Monday.
FIFA packs.
Pretty much.
The wee card from Game Station.
Nah, I get money every year.
That's most
That's
folk our age, isn't it?
Mm.
My
Aye.
mum always buys me just hundreds of stuff.
All right, fucking flex up.
That's
No,
kind
I mean, like, it's just like hundreds of small stuff, though, is what I mean. Like,
Oh, imagine the tough life you go through in Park
I
Peter.
know.
Nah, I mean as well. I did get money, but I also got like a portrait, a portrait, a picture frame of like
Huh?
a picture that I
A
drew. Which I
Porsche?
quite, I know I couldn't speak there. Like a picture frame of a picture that I quite liked. So that was
Best I hear that.
James
So
would
what was the
imagine.
picture for me?
It's a picture that I drew earlier on in the year. My mum got it framed, so I like that. That was a nice different one compared to just money. So
How much
happy
does
with
you have to pay the person to get a shiter framed?
Had to get paid up to redraw it.
I had to
Fuck
pay an
you,
artist to fucking redraw it.
Fuck you, cunts.
Let's see the picture then.
I mean, I can't. It's not fucking here. That's the problem. Hold
There
on,
it
hold
is.
on. I'll bring it up on my
There it
fucking
is.
phone. I'll bring it up on
There
my
it
phone.
is.
Tadger.
Oh, it's fine, I found it, Jamie.
That yeah. You can't really see because of the light.
No, you never fucking drew that.
I did draw that.
That was me and Jamie drew that.
Aye, is
Fuck
that?
off.
Oh, you asked us to draw that for you.
Oh, fuck off! Don't
Fuck's
fucking,
sake.
don't fucking go
Oh.
do that, mate.
Nah, no,
you-
I didn't know you. I thought you'd asked for something to draw that for you.
No, I tried to, and I had to get tutorials off an Indonesian man to help me do that.
I help you ask for people to draw it.
No, literally, I said to him, like, will you draw this for me? And he was like, no, it's going to take too much of my time. I will teach you, though, how to draw it. And I was like, all right.
But I never taught you very well. I'd ask for your money back.
Let's see it again. Let's see it again.
Go to his Instagram. You'll see it.
Yeah, it'll be on my Instagram.
Oh.
Liam
Yeah,
underscore
that's-
White 98. I had to actually look at my Instagram, though, to know what the handle was.
I know, I always get mine mixed up with my Twitter. And I
Look
don't know
at it, it's up with Scotland's new launch.
how. What a page that was. But to be fair, I seen that picture in person as well. It was actually alright.
You didn't draw that. It was animated.
He's got me on a technicality, boys.
It's animated.
Get VAR to that one.
Oh, see you though. I can see you though. You can tell he's paying the most attention into Jamie.
I know.
You know, I have to make sure the fade's on point.
You're the
I'm
only
not-
person
I'm
getting
not accepting a shite haircut in an own portrait, you know.
No, you don't even have eyes, but you get a fade.
Aye. obviously. Eyes on a face take far too much time to do. That's easy enough.
So she got that friend for you then.
Yeah, I should go with that. And like, I think it's Displate, the like a company where like you put like I don't know what it is you call it. Like you get like a sticker, you wipe it down, you stick it to your wall.
Mm-hmm.
So she got me that, which was cool. I liked that.
That's
Right.
nice.
Anyway, then moving on from the joy of Christmas, what do you guys have planned for New Year? I imagine many things.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. Nah, as it stands, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Aye,
like-
ringing in the bells. The thing is, we're in lockdown right now. I'd go as far to say 75 to 80% of people will break the rules.
Probably.
And I'll be in the minority.
And as will I.
Convincing.
But I don't know yet. As it stands, I'm doing nothing. But
I'm actually planning on being a good person this year and not doing anything, which fucking
Want to
sucks.
just go camp out in the tent again?
I'm gonna go in the garden with a tinny of tenants and just sit there in the tent.
see, the thing is, you're allowed to meet up with people from one other household to exercise. So if you're just jogging at the back of the house,
I went
down the
with a
house,
bottle of wine in each hand, just like, oh, I'm just
Aye.
out for a jog, officer.
just doing some curls with his fucking bottles of wine. So, aye, but
Nah,
no,
like,
that's it.
see,
Man.
see, for me though, right? I don't like how do I know it's going back a wee bit, but do you guys actually enjoy Christmas? Is it something you use look forward to or not?
No, really.
I
just
look
meant
forward to it.
I see it as my hassle sometimes.
Yeah, so like for
Didn't-
me, this is the first
150
year.
quid I was doing this year, and it's like,
For,
yeah, what have you
for,
done 350 quid?
for me, like for me, this is like the first year in 5 years I actually looked forward to it, but I think that was just because I was in Jersey.
Looking forward to sitting in a tent.
That's the thing, like, that's the
Yeah,
thing,
you like that? There's a lot of wilderness
That
courses.
shows you how bad Jersey was at what the fuck it's called.
Jersey.
can you pronounce it?
Jersey. Jersey.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I was getting all bronzed up. That's what I spent my time doing.
Get your fucking fajazzle.
Aye.
Fucking...
It's called
It goes all
Pajazzle.
the way up. Nah, but I don't know if I think it was just because I was there, but that was the first Christmas that I was looking forward to. But see, for New Year, like I always look forward to New Year every time, just since because about I don't know. I imagine 14 or 15, I think it was. I've always been doing something with my mates, and I've had like a great New Year. I've never had like a bad New Year since then.
So it's the opposite way around this time. You'll be excited for Christmas, and New Year you'll be by yourself.
No, but it's I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll chat with my mates over Discord or whatever, and we'll have a few drinks. But it's just obviously not the same. It's never as good.
Aye, Discord in the same house. No, really different.
Nah, it's a bit shit, but like.
I remember the time I was round at you were in that house next to it was Ewan's mum or something.
Ewan's
No.
aunts, yeah, that we went to.
Ewan's
The one
aunt.
next to your grand's, yeah.
I remember that one. That was a good year.
Yeah, that was a cracker.
I was maybe around for like 10 minutes, man. Ended up staying there for like an hour and a bit.
Same as well with last year. Remember, you came back steaming out your arse, coming back to mine just as the party was beginning to end at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, I was at the food bar, wasn't it?
But yeah, when you might have decided to rip something off a car.
Don't know what he's talking about.
I know. I think you're reviewing some information that should have been reviewed.
Jamie's.
This is
I have to say, like Jamie's one of like my favourite drunks, just because it's very rare I ever see him get drunk. But when he does, he just causes fucking havoc whenever he does. I don't think I've ever seen you just have like a drink casually. It's always like 0 or a fucking 100.
Nah, I feel like if you're going to do it, go balls deep, you know what I mean?
I don't understand that.
Half-arse, isn't it? It's just average. I have like once, see, like, the darts is on the now, right? Obviously we're doing this, but see like last night the darts was on. So I watched the 3 games of darts with my dad and we just sat and had a drink. But obviously I don't take the piss when it's just...
You could barely walk upstairs.
Aye.
Stumbling.
Fucking
He's
on
got to
COD
stand a
7
stair
last night.
lift just to take them back up.
But no, like that's it. That's the thing. Like when they catch me, like having that sort of, like I would have that sort of casual drink at your house. Like if I ever come in to watch football with you, I would just come round, watch the football, and go away. I don't think.
I'll be honest though, that
the-
does occasionally annoy me because, like, see for like a regular game, see for like a Liverpool v Villa or something, I'll understand that. I wouldn't be up for a drink as well. But it's like the big games I want to like get fucked with you, like Champions League finals or like like Liverpool Man United, one of these sorts of things.
Aye.
But then again,
Dunno.
never gonna force you into it.
So
As
coming
much
out
as I
now.
might try.
So coming out now.
So
I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just the effort. Right?
the effort of affording a taxi to get home afterwards.
Aye, exactly.
It wouldn't be a taxi, it'd be his mum.
No.
No. To be fair, you're good. You'd
Nah.
probably give your mum a tenner for the petrol afterwards.
Probably, you know.
She just
the cat-
take it straight off him.
The casual things and the casual drinks aren't for me. Pedal
But
in the
see,
middle.
Because you still actually go to, well, before all this, obviously, you did used to go to the pub, like, not like often, but like occasionally for like pool or just like social hanging outs and that. But you would never like.
I know the pub kind of stopped when Duncan fucked off abroad.
Are you saying he's the bad
Um,
influence?
It was always the bowling. Then when Duncan was here, it was the pub. Then when he left, it was the bowling again.
Aye. And it wasn't for drinking, it was just
Aye, to
for
play
pool.
pool.
Do you know what I mean? So,
It was just Duncan was more susceptible to going to a pub.
aye, we used to go to the Anchor down on wee place.
The good wee anchor. Is that still open? Or is that, well, not like
Aye.
open, but like,
Yeah,
it's all live.
Aye,
Yeah.
not right now, obviously, but it's still alive.
Oh, that's good to hear. Wee businesses no completely dying yet.
Aye.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
probably one. It's a fair sized pub.
How long do you
Aye,
think this is going to go on for more before we're
22.
back to normal?
2022.
2022? What about you?
I think we're in a year of struggle ahead.
Probably fair. I also probably think it'll be like I think we'll get a grace period where like everyone will think it'll be back to normal and then it'll go right back
You out to help out
normal.
will come back. You out to help out part two.
Honestly,
That
I feel
absolutely
like
fucking destroyed the economy.
I know my flatmate Duncan's feeling very smug right now because all the way back in March he said, "Oh, this will last for like another like for 2 years." I was like, "Don't be fucking stupid," and yeah, it looks like it'll go that way.
Aye,
But
it's bad.
providing obviously things do get better. Do you guys have? Well, firstly, do you guys do New Year's resolutions, or do you have any
No.
for the new year? Do you have any plans that you would hope to do for the new year if you can?
To be a better me.
To pack team of the year. Doesn't matter what one, just a team of the year.
You've got high ambitions because those end
Aye,
in
that-
January.
that's
So
amazing.
if you've not achieved that, then your whole year's been a failure.
That's the thing. Imagine you get all the way to fucking December, then you realise you ate some too much carbs. You're done. At least I find that I messed up in January.
Yeah, so you're saying you can be a failure early on and then gain from it. You're saying, yeah.
Aye, like I can learn all the knowledge to do better next year. Whereas what do? You've got to December and you fail at the last hurdle, and you're too confused to even make a new resolution.
Yeah, no,
I'm going to become a vegetarian in the new year.
I could
Are
become
you
a
fuck?
vegetarian.
Are you fuck?
I'll do it if you do it.
I wouldn't fucking do it. I've spent 3 months in Jersey with like 4 vegetarians and I still ate meat any chance I could.
You like the meat, don't you?
Love the meat. Love it. But it's like I could do it. To be fair, I genuinely think I could do it. I'd just be bored out of my fucking mind doing it because there's no like it's all fucking. I know it's not all bland, but most of it's fucking bland shit.
I think Grey Sausage Rolls would dictate otherwise, mate.
What the vegan ones?
Aye, they're well better than
Is
the
that what
normals.
you'd have? Is that what you'd have for 365 days of the year? Right?
I'd have that all the time, 100%. Over the other one, obviously. But aye, I have New Year's resolutions at all.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. I was just curious to see if you. I don't think folk really do that. I think it's just sort of a stereotype, isn't it? I don't
It's
actually
just
know
something to
anyone
get
that
you
goes
fucking-
into a new year thinking, I will do this, I will do that. Maybe that's why we're all so unsuccessful.
So aye, fair enough. But nah, it's just to be able to have as a post. That's what it's there for. So you can just post about something.
Is
You
it?
see all the lassies like
Oh, right,
aye,
yeah, like that. Yeah, I get you.
they post on it and they go, "Oh, my New Year's resolution, gonna lose this, and this. Oh,
My khakis.
I'm
Gonna
going to
lose
be a
an
better
arm."
mother in 2021."
If you're on Facebook still, Jamie, you'd see a lot of those.
Thank fuck I'm not for that very reason. Fuck's sake.
Right,
What a
well,
shite, anyway.
shall we get on to the main reason why we've invited Dylan back then? Because if it wasn't for this, it would be for no other reason.
Damn.
He
Nah.
doesn't like having slacking off for his tent. It's that.
Nah.
And they're
Listen,
coming.
for all you many Keen fans, last year we done the Sitting and Chatting 2019 awards, and if you're quite smart and turned on, you'll know that this year it's the 2020 Sitting and Chatting awards. Woo! Clap, Dylan.
Sitting in lockdown, it should be.
Okay,
Sitting in
so
lockdown.
to go through this a wee bit, first to let you know, I will be honest, mainly due to the fact not an awful lot's happened this year. There's probably not as many categories as last year, or at least not as many options for this year.
Not as many good categories.
Yeah, I've not been each thing I've tried to give four nominations. We'll go through them in chat. If obviously though you guys come up with a better idea compared to me, let your feelings known and we can discuss it. And we'll come up with a winner for each category. Or if you have a category yourself at the end, let it known and we'll discuss it. Are you ready?
Always ready. Born ready.
Right. The first award, and personally, in my opinion, the most important one. The Best Podcast Award. Now, the nominees are the Sitting and Chatting Podcast, the Sitting and Chatting Podcast, the Sitting and Chatting Podcast, and finally, a surprise nominee this year, the Sitting and Chatting Podcast.
I've got to get to the second one. Personally.
The Sitting and Chatting Podcast, or is it?
Yeah, the second one.
Congrats to the Sitting and Chatting Podcast. Jamie, would you like to give an award, a speech?
Speech.
I want to thank everyone that can make this possible behind the scenes.
Liam
Whyte, big up.
Is that your speech? Thanks, Jamie. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Congrats to such one. Right.
Now that we've got the most important award out the way,
right. Next award is the Best Podcast That Isn't Sitting and Chatting Award.
Oh, this is actual Dylan's territory, by the way.
I listen to podcasts quite a bit, but I don't think the podcasts I listen to you would have put on. I listen to like 4 podcasts.
All right. Well, I'll give the nominations that I have written down because I did do this with the help of other people. And then if there's any more nominees,
I'll know if I want to make them after you tell me the nominations.
If there's, I'll be honest, most of them were me for this one. But going on, there's more other people. But you know, if you have nominations afterwards, let it be known. Mm-hmm. Happy hour.
If Joe Rogan's on it, just end the podcast.
No, I'm not fucking taking. I'm not putting Joe Rogan on. Views podcast. The Official Podcast, and What's Good Podcast. Now, do you have any more nominations still on being the other host?
True Geordie Podcast would have won any year except for this year.
Oh yeah, I will also agree with you. True Geordie should have
except for this year.
Didn't he put his first podcast a year out in December or November?
He's slacked in the podcast this year, but if he was even considering it, he would be right up there.
Oh yeah, no, he'd won it. I think he won it last year.
I listen to the fellas. I think they're good.
That's a good one, but I will say, you know, they only started in like November, so they've only got
it's a 2021. I think there can't really be a competition considering Happy Hour's got from like Belle Delphine, Michael Jackson security guard to like any person you can think of. They've probably had some sort of like based off guests.
I will say in that favour as well, genuinely his like Christmas specials one that he was doing like one every second day. I think that's what got me into the Christmas spirit, was because it wasn't like too heavily Christmas themed, but it was just like a wee bit enough to get you into the mood for it. Mm-hmm. So, Jamie, do you listen to podcasts? Is there any other, apart from Sit Chan, obviously, is there any others you'd like to nominate?
Nah, I listen to the fellas. I listen to Happy Hour. I listen to the What's Good. And obviously I watch True Geordies whenever I enjoy
What's Good more though. I genuinely think I enjoy listening to What's Good more. That's the one I listen to in the train.
Then?
But I just know Happy Hour is a better podcast. Like I'm aware that one's better, but you know what I mean. It's just like I just prefer the people that host What's Good.
Well, I think then are we agreed then it has to be Happy Hour?
Happy Hour because they've done so much better than any other podcast.
Congrats to Happy Hour then. You have won your Sitting and Chatting, or what is it we called it last year again? Your chatty, was that what we called it?
The
Chatty.
Chatty Awards, aye.
The chat. Well done.
All right,
You can
let's
come-
call it the City Awards this year. Just call it the City Awards this year. We can't repeat them.
Yeah, Jack. Well done. You can collect your chatty. I'm not calling it that.
Wait.
What?
Can you go through all the co-hosts he said?
I'm Alex. Diddy Rhino, Stevie Whyte.
Fair enough. I
think
didn't know if you
that's
could.
Nerved.
I know Jamie would never got that.
I've listened to all of them. I've listened to fellas as well. I've listened to all. I listen to more podcasts than music now. If I'm being brutally honest,
You know,
I enjoy it more.
something mental. There's a podcast that you didn't mention that nobody really knows about anymore. This old COD YouTuber called Woody's Gamertag. He uploads this podcast called Painkiller Already, all on like 400 odd episodes. I've listened to almost every episode. Each episode's 4 hours long. Brings them every Thursday.
4 hours long for each episode.
4 hours. 4 hours long for each episode. You know FPS Russia? You remember FPS Russia?
Like,
No.
I wouldn't waste my time listening to that shit.
Do you remember FPS Russia? So he sits and tells mental stories because he like done a face reveal and that revealed who he actually was, just a regular like, American guy. The FBI went and raided his house because somebody said that he had drugs. Didn't have drugs, but got all his guns taken off. So many good stories. I'd recommend it, but nobody will know.
I've not heard of it, but I appreciate the nomination going forward. Maybe next year. Who knows? Maybe next year for the 2021 chatties. Who knows? Right. Okay. Now, this one, I'll be honest, I need help from you to form. Because I came up with a grand total of 2 nominations, so I need more nominations here. The award for Best YouTuber of 2020. We have got Mr. Beast. We have got the Sidemen, and we have got. Please nominate more.
Dream.
Well, the
Nah.
Have you seen how much numbers he's got?
He's done bits, but his content's not been good, man.
I mean, his content is literally the best content.
I've never watched it. What's that about? I know, like, he's a Minecraft boy, but what?
Minecraft YouTuber,
Like, what makes him stand out?
You get like Minecraft. So you get Minecraft like YouTubers like Captain Sparkles and all that. Like, other than like the songs, it's like he's just there. He's a speedrunner for Minecraft. Like he can beat Minecraft. I think he's done it in 23 minutes. The main series that he does, he tries to beat Minecraft with like one person stopping him. Like so, one person's trying to kill him as he beats Minecraft. Then he done it with 2 people stopping him, and now he's at the point where 4 people are trying to stop him every time he tries to complete the game. He's just unbelievable at the game, though.
Right,
like,
as good as that does sound for a one-off video, I'll be honest. If that's all he does,
that's not a one-off video.
That's no.
That's not a one-off video. One person stopping you, that's a video. In fact, that's maybe even 5 episodes. Like if you're smart, that's 5 episodes.
No, it doesn't. It takes him about 2 hours to complete it. You can't make that 5 episodes. Like there's not enough. There's not enough talking. There's not enough talking. He uploaded an uncut version of it, and like 90% of it is just him being quiet.
That is the one thing, though. Like if that is his aim of the game, as great as that does sound, it's great enough to keep it going. If you get what I mean.
He's a coder as well, so he also just he's only going to agree with me, but he also codes the game in ways that are just he's the best up and coming gaming YouTuber in general.
Okay, we'll have him as a nomination, and I need one more, so please someone suggest someone, preferably Jamie.
Me?
I've got an idea.
Who do you watch on YouTube, Jamie? All right, go on, Dylan.
I've got a suggestion that Jamie will probably agree with. Calix or Cal Freezy. Cal Freezy with his cook-off series, and Calix has just been uploading more consistently.
Calix has reached a different realm of content, though. He's been into something else that's kind of untouched, and it's good.
As much as I enjoy Freezy's content, I will say, though,
it's funnier.
Yeah, it's funnier, but I also think Lux makes better videos than Freezy.
I know you will completely disagree as well, but Randolph's done really good this year, and considering he went from about 100k subs to 450k subs.
I'm not about the Pokemon thing, but I do like him.
Like
I'd still have to nominate Logan Paul. I watch his videos every chance I can get.
But I think his
content is unbelievable.
He was getting more views back then than he is now.
Why is it going to be on numbers though?
Is he still uploading the
talk-
David Dobrik style like vlog things that he was doing?
His content's like at the most like 8 minutes long. Like some videos are like 4 minutes and some are 6 minutes and some, but it keeps you, you're enticed the whole time.
I will say though as well, in defence of him, he has obviously got a fight with fucking Mayweather later next year.
Well, I mean, if we're basing it off just like best content to watch, KSI is probably just right up at the top. But I wouldn't. It's just cheating to say.
It's fucking Reddit videos, man. It's not.
Yeah,
I know,
no, it's fun.
I'm
It's
saying
funny
it's the most-
videos, but it's not
Aye,
the
that's what I
best
mean, like,
content you can
Aye,
make.
that's what I mean. Like, no best content, but it's just most enjoyable.
Still see Logan Paul like going out and quad biking and fucking jump off mountains, and it's on 4 minutes.
The thing is though, like
That-
he
that's
was
just
he
not-
was doing the David Dobrik style vlogs for a long time, and that was all well good. But he kind of stopped that about like 3 months ago, and he hasn't really uploaded much since then. So if you're talking about for a full year, okay, he done great for about 6 months, but it's not for a full year.
I had to stop to organise a Mayweather shit though. It's just a nomination.
Yeah, no, it's
I think
not-
when you said the Sidemen, I thought Dylan disrespected them massively when he screwed up.
I agree, but I'm saying
For the kind of year they've had,
the last year was unbelievable.
but the kind of year we've had to still put it like fucking.
I know, I agree. They put out
They
some really good videos.
They saved YouTube this year, in my opinion. Personally, for me, for what I watched, they saved YouTube this year for me.
I've watched.
What did they put, like 112 videos or something?
Maybe, I don't know. how much it
including
is,
more excitement and everything, but it's just. I think all these like Mr. Beast is definitely he's done the creator thing twice. He done the quiz and the rock paper scissors. Like if you're going off purely on that stuff, Mr. Beast is undoubtedly the winner. But it's after personal opinion.
He also done
that's
the
what it-
gaming thing as well. He done that as well quite well. It's obviously two avenues that he done quite well both in.
He's probably the biggest gaming YouTuber after Dream this year.
Well, if I
Okay,
was to
so
choose one,
it's a hard one. It's a hard one. It's almost if these awards mean something.
if I was to choose one,
I would put it with Dream, but I'd understand that you wouldn't.
I'm not just because I've
I would
purely
say-
not seen
I
a
would say
video of his. I can't say yes to him unless Jamie was to agree.
The guy's genuinely really smart. That's the thing I like about it. It's not just like meaningless content. The guy's genuinely really
but it's
smart.
not who your favourite is, wee man. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
That's I've out of all the guys, I've probably watched him more than I've watched every time he uploads, and I've watched every video he's ever uploaded after not watching him for like 200 videos.
See, partly me in a weird way, even though I do think it's a Simon, I know partly that's my bias, but I'm kind of coming around to what Jamie was saying about Logan Paul. His videos for 6 months were great, and he's obviously turned everything around what he's had, and he's about to fight the biggest fight, potentially the greatest.
Just to be
fighter of
clear,
all
it's the
time.
last 3 months he's not been uploading. That's more than 6 months a year.
No, but he was doing the sort of high quality vlog style thing for about 6 months.
Okay.
That's why I was saying. But
During the
for,
pandemic as well.
for me, I would say either Sidemen or Logan Paul. Then Jamie, I'll leave it up to you. You get the final vote.
That would be my two as well. I would say, so at the nominations we've done, right, I'm going to go with Logan Paul, Sidemen, whoever else, and then Dream.
So you're putting Sidemen first, sorry. Is that what you said?
No.
You're putting
He's
Logan Paul
in-
first.
Logan Paul first, aye.
He's saying Logan Paul, Sidemen, Mr. Beast, and Dream. It's just
Logan Paul,
uncultured.
congratulations. You've won a chatty.
Guy. Look at him. Your dream's shite, mate. Your
It's-
dream's been crushed.
We're
Didn't
going to
even
get
nominate.
so much fucking hate for that, Jamie, you know that?
Not at all.
Okay.
I watch his videos whenever I can. They're so good, man. Underrated.
Okay, next. The best sporting moment of 2020. Now, I will preface this. I have taken out Liverpool winning the league title because also we'd all vote for that. So I've, made it more interesting.
Parkhead. What a fucking game.
What?
Killing our goal shit. 2-0 away at Parkhead.
Sorry, it's breaking up. I can't hear him. Anyway, Jamie will love this one. Lewis Hamilton won the 7th championship, the most in F1 history. Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder. Bayern 8, Barca 2. And of course, one that Jamie will love the most, Scotland qualifying for the Euros.
You know,
Yeah,
like, see, because it's been 22 years, Scotland's going to win it.
Say Scotland.
Are we all saying? I know it's biased as
I
fuck,
mean-
but are we all saying Scotland?
No, I mean, I'd rather we didn't have it, but I
No.
can't stand that fucking Lewis Hamilton cunt.
Yes. Big
Gypsy
up
King
the
will-
jocks.
The Gypsy King will prevail though. Just wait.
Scotland, Andy Robertson, you're free to come and collect your chatty whenever you want.
Nah. I go back on my.
Come and collect your chatty.
Go back. Lewis Hamilton, by the way.
No.
Personality to you as well. Lewis Hamilton.
Right.
Scumbags to do with him.
So Andy Robertson won a chatty. That's great to see.
It's the only thing he's going to win. Useless cunt.
See if come like 30 years old or like
Well, honestly,
35.
move on, because it's
Jamie's going to
Why
start
wouldn't
saying some offensive stuff.
Yeah, no. Okay, best game of 2020. Right,
Among Us.
right. Well, fucking hold your horses.
All right,
Among Us.
it's an easy one. Among Us. Among Us.
What? Warzone, Animal Crossing, and Ghost of Tsushima.
You've not even named the second best game. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
not at all.
But Among Us wins it by far. There's not even close.
I don't
Well,
know.
wait a minute though, right? As
I'm
much
not-
as,
this is my opinion.
as much as I did love Among Us, right? It didn't actually come out this year.
Fall
Does that
Guys.
affect it? Oh.
No, 'cause it
Oh, sorry. I actually forgot about that when picking the nomination.
It blew up this year, though. I'd count it as this generation
What blew
kind
The
of.
thing is, though, right? Genuinely, over lockdown, I had more fun on Warzone, I would say, than I did on Among Us.
I think Warzone got more people through lockdown and pandemic than.
See, the thing is,
Especially at the
Warzone would
time
be
when they
hard to
blew it
use.
up.
But what Among Us gave us, though, is it gave us an amazing game to play as well as content across YouTube.
That's
for-
what I was thinking. I was thinking it on YouTube as well. Like, so I'm on the train to work. Half the time I'm watching Among Us videos.
See, I back that.
I don't
But
watch. I don't watch
personally,
Warzone videos.
Warzone, 100%.
If you're basing it off just the game, Warzone wins. But if I'm basing it off like the whole
The
Oh,
ideology of.
Okay, I can back it. So are we agreeing then Among Us, yeah?
Among Us based on what it's done for.
a bit Among Us because not just because it's a game, but as more than
It revived YouTube as well.
Okay then. Among Us, congratulations on your chatty. Well done.
Right, hurry up, make a new map.
Right,
same with Warzone.
I'll be honest, Jamie, this one's between more you and me to sort of decide. It's the best guest we had on 2020 on the podcast.
No. Dylan watches these all the time, so he can chip in. Am I right, Dylan?
Oh, do you actually?
Aye, Ian was good.
Immediately.
You know,
fucks it.
any name, you chose Ian.
You know, that Liam though,
Right.
he seems like
Now, Jamie, I will be honest, I was slightly disappointed going back and looking. If you discount the episodes where we had Fergus and Ewan, the two returning guests, we've actually only had 3 guests this year. If you don't include
the Americans. See the Americans. The Americans were really good.
We'd also didn't have Americans, but
No, the ones that convinced Jamie to like go on the self-help grind and all that.
Are you talking
Was it
about
Australian?
Craig? Are you talking about the Australian one, Craig?
Oh, the Australians. Aye.
Right,
The
well,
Australians.
Jamie, we have Craig, Ben, and Lauren as the only 3 new guests we had throughout the whole of 2020.
Wow.
Who
Well,
was
well-
your, it doesn't necessarily have to be your favourite episode. Who was your favourite guest, though?
They all had their benefits. So Ben was odd but brilliant.
Yeah, in a strange way, brilliant.
Aye. Craig was something new, different. It was out there. We had to do a bit of madness to get it orchestrated, and it was quite insightful. But Lauren was good as well.
But it's
But-
good to be Craig.
Just because we branched it, I would have to say Craig.
I would also agree. I think Ben's a bit unlucky. I would have, if it was a normal year, I probably would have given it to Ben. But I think because we branched out this year, I think it has to be Craig.
Aye.
So, Craig, congratulations. You've won your chatty.
Come collect your award.
You can come over from Australia anytime and you can collect the chatty.
You keep up the like also thing of not making it anyone close, because if it was close, they could just come actually get the award. And
If someone actually put in the effort to come to my house to collect the trophy, I would give it to them. No questions asked.
Is the bottle of Bucky still there?
Yeah, Sam hasn't been round yet.
Off topic, but anyway, carry on.
Right.
next nominee.
I can't think of a name for this, so I've just got with 2020 Badman Award. So just someone that's done good, for 2020, someone that's put in a good shift. So we've got obviously Rashford for feeding the poor when the government couldn't. That was nice.
Fair display.
We've got Sir Tom Moore for doing 100 laps of his garden, and I didn't actually realise this at the time, but he raised 32 million for the NHS.
Pennies.
32 million pounds for the NHS. That's pretty bad. And you consider Rashford didn't raise, but his scheme was worth 8 million. That boy raised 32 million. I'm just saying.
Was that the old guy?
Yeah, the 100-year-old.
Really? Is he in his books yet? Is he still alive?
No,
he's still alive.
Yeah, I think he went for longer than you could have gotten for Jamie. I'm not kidding him.
Not easily.
I mean, 100's a good age to get to. I think most people are doing well.
I've got 10 years left, do you know what I mean?
We've also then got Pfizer, I think you pronounce it, for creating the first COVID jab. Hopefully the beginning of something good.
Nah, fuck them.
Okay. And Joe Wicks for the morning health routines during lockdown.
Get to the old man. Get to the old man.
Nah, I don't know. Get to Rashford.
Nah, fuck him.
Do you have any other recommendations?
Old man.
Because I was thinking originally Rashford as well, but I didn't realise he raised 32 million for the NHS. That's pretty fucking mental.
Once he promised, he gave his family member a knife.
What?
Once he promised, gave his family member a knife.
Just happened to go through his body, but we'll not talk about
that.
Get to the old cunt, aye.
Well, Sir Tom Moore, I'm sure you're happy to be called an old cunt, but congrats, you've won your chatty. Feel free to come round and pick it up at any point.
He made that up, Jamie. We never referred to him as old cunt. We said the old man.
Right. Okay. Now, I'll be honest, most of these I didn't pick, so, I'll leave you to give new recommendations if you want. Best song of 2020? I'll be honest as well. Yeah, I'll be honest, right? See, when I was originally trying to look these up, I went on Brit Awards, and the winner was a song that was made in 2018, so they clearly didn't fucking know what they're talking about. So we've got The Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, Rockstar, The Baby, WAP, Cardi B, or Savage, Megan Thee Stallions. Now, I think personally most of these are quite shit, so do you have any better opinions?
It's going to be WAP for the means. But at the same time, I mean, I'd for actual being a good song, the James Bond theme song was banging.
But you want to fuck Billie Eilish. That's the only reason you want guitar.
He's still 17.
Fine, fair enough. Get to WAP.
Moving on. Yeah, all right, fuck it. For the memes, congratulations, WAP.
Aye, WAP.
You've won your chatty.
It's almost like he keeps pulling out the same man, Jamie, but he's obviously got a different man for each award.
Obviously, yeah, look, just watch here. Look, here's one of them. And now here's another one. And now here's another one.
We get the point, I can tell they're all stacked up behind the camera. I don't want to.
Yeah, there's a big load of them. Yeah. Right. Again, not really my decision, but best album of 2020.
The simulation.
Are they what's the nominees?
Again, this wasn't done by me, so to be honest, I don't really know. But Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa, RTJ4, Run with Jules, Circles, Mac Miller, and finally Top by Youngboy.
Wait, so they didn't even put Side B by Eminem? Terrible. I would have put that up there, but they didn't put it on it.
Right.
All four of them were shite.
Okay, so what are you recommending, Jamie, to save this category?
The Wizard of Oz theme tune playlist.
I recommend Logic's last ever album.
That will only be his last ever album.
Yeah,
like,
maybe, but
I guarantee
That's
you in like 3 years he releases another album or EP or something.
he's got to deal with Twitch though. He's got to deal with Twitch, so he can't really actually do it. Like he
No,
will,
he
but he
fucking can't. He can just make music on Twitch and then just release it himself.
No, I'm pretty sure he agreed to Twitch like not to make music.
How long does his Twitch contract last for?
Twitch contracts tend to last like 2-3 years.
Oh, there
So-
you go then. I guarantee.
I think it's like he's going to put 100% effort in was pretty much the agreement. I don't even know if he's still doing Twitch, so I've not heard from him.
Yeah, like, I mean,
He
the
really
cunt,
makes sense
I
the other day,
guarantee
but-
you when the cunt realizes he's making no money off of Twitch compared to his music,
Oh,
he will go back.
millions.
He'll make
millions. So
He'll make
He
a
does-
contract. He'll make a fat stack off of Twitch at the start, but he won't make money going forward.
So think he gets 100. Say he gets 100k viewers, which isn't unimaginable if something big was to happen. But like it's just actually 25k. He gets 25k viewers. 10% of them, 2,500, give him £5.
Right. Yeah,
That's a
I'm
lot
not,
of
I'm
money.
not saying it's not enough to live off of for the rest of his life, but my point being is that he will not make enough compared to like his previous music, where it won't feel to him like a downgrade, if you get me.
It's really up to him. That's the thing. Twitch. It's like do you know the concept of honeypot stores?
No, what's that?
So see how in what's the shopping centre in Glasgow? Can't remember the name of it.
Scenic Centre.
Scenic Centre. Aye. The Hamleys is the only shop in that centre that's not charged to be there. Hamleys is paid to be there because it's a honeypot shop. That's why it's right beside the food court, because people go to that centre to go to Hamleys, and because of that, they'll go to get food. They'll go to JD. They'll go to Boots. The
Okay.
centre pays them to be there, and that's what the idea of logic in that is on Twitch. They pay them to be there, so they'll get
Okay.
paid a good amount, so that you go to Twitch. Your attention's on Twitch. Logic stops streaming, but you go to the next guy. So that's why he'll be getting paid so much money, like because it's like he brings these people, and these people scatter out throughout the rest of Twitch.
I don't know. I see
That's
what
why
you're
I think he'll be
That's
getting.
all-
He'll be
I
getting.
can understand that maybe when they be.
He'll
the-
be getting
he's-
paid
he's
a
last.
lot more money. Like there'll be like normal pay than him. Like he won't be close to whatever else MD else is on.
I can understand where you're coming from. You don't think it'll be his last episode. And I don't think it will either. His last episode, his last album. But at the same time, going off what it looks to be, then I would put him up there. And the album was called like No Pressure. And then I would argue a case for Jay Hussey's new album, Big Conspiracy.
Honestly, this is between you two. I'd more listen to a single than an album.
I mean, yeah, I've got nothing on this. So if you want to give it to Logic, Jamie, I'm happy to go with Logic.
This is all you, Jamie. How you get it to?
Who's the
Nah,
chatty going to?
Jay Huss, Big Conspiracy.
Hey!
Jay
I would've
Huss,
went for
your,
Logic.
your chat is here. Come to my house if you want it.
You get chefed.
Nah, that's the way he done time, mate. He done time and then came out and made an album.
Yeah,
God.
no, that's fair enough.
I'll
Right.
get chefed.
Okay. As requested by Dylan, this is the best Sidemen Sunday of 2020.
I think I know what this one is. Hands
Are
down.
you,
I think
are
I've
you a watcher of Sidemen Sunday, Jamie?
Nah, no, no.
Right.
Yeah, regular watcher.
Okay. Spill or Fill Your Guts is nomination 1. Come Dine With Me, number 2.
Oh,
Pub Golf, number 3. And finally, Among Us in Real Life, number 4.
oh, you've missed out one of the best ones. Sidemen
is?
Road Trip.
Which
Where
road
free,
trip did they do?
two teams are free. You need to travel from point A to point B. You get once you get the
Sheffield.
private jet.
Sheffield to London.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give you that.
I'm not saying it's going to win it, but that was like better than the curve.
I personally enjoyed pub golf the most.
I think, yeah, for me, it's either Pub Golf or Come Dine With Me are the two that I enjoyed the
I think
most.
Come Down With Me for the length of it, because I enjoyed just every part of that episode. I enjoyed
And I
watching.
just hate, the only reason that's tainted for me is the way Simon got hate. Aye.
But I still
Just
I
piss
can
me
watch
off.
it. I can watch it and still enjoy that because it's for one thing, and like the other two of them are just still so good. Like even those that all that hate happened to Simon, just how much Ethan and that are trying. Then they literally set the house on fire, and like Toby goes off his nut because in their first house they set the house on fire. They need to get the
And
fire
the
extinguisher.
way Harry was pure under pressure as well.
Yeah,
in the
no,
back.
it's funny as fuck.
I think come down with me. I think because it's so long, I think that needs to win it. But right behind it, I would say
still think pub golf for me.
Oh shit, so it's on me then.
it's on you.
I'm saying pub golf, 100%. The way they done that post lockdown and stuff, the funniness inside that video was just amazing.
And as much as I appreciate your opinion, Jamie, I'm gearing it to come down with me. I thought it was just marginally the better episode.
Cool.
Simon, well done for come down with me, best video that you done 2020. Congrats on 10 million. Here's your chatty.
The Among Us stuff is really good, by the way. It's not.
Oh,
The
the
first
Among Us
one was
stuff
good, but then
I mean, they're both really funny. I mean,
The hide and seek stuff as well. It's all good videos, but they're not like the best. Like, what would you just say best? Off topic. What would you say the best one they've done so far is?
Whatever.
I think it's 110,000.
First holiday.
I think it's the second holiday. I thought 110,000.
Was the first holiday the one where they were in the Easy Hotel?
They went to Easy Hotel versus Manchester.
Yeah, no, that one for me is the best one they ever done.
I think like when when Vicstar was in Turkey and that, and he was just like going off his nut.
Okay.
No, where was it they went?
It was like Spain, wasn't it?
Oh,
that one was good, but I think for half of that, the shit team were spent like wasted. Like,
I thought that was sick.
I enjoyed it when they got to Spain, but I thought the whole video before then, where they're just like in like South.
When they went to the beach and stuff, it was just dead.
Yeah, no, like that one bit wasn't interesting. See, when they were in Spain, interesting, but like for the whole of the first video that they done, the first holiday one, because it was new, it was.
But I suppose
interesting.
For that, they kind of relied on the good team for that bit. Then towards the end, the good team, how much better can you get than being the good team? So it was a bad team that relied on the video. So
That's
starting the video, the good team carried.
That's why I think the first one was the better one as well, for me personally.
The moment in that where Harry thinks he's getting a good holiday was too good.
He's dancing in the moment.
Take there.
All right, a contentious one here, boys. Biggest arsehole of 2020.
Liam Whyte.
Yes, I've won one.
Can I explain my nomination? 2 years in a row I've came on. 2 years I've not been nominated for best guest, and that's not on Jamie.
I'm pretty sure we did actually nominate you for best guest last year. Did we not? Right, okay.
No.
I know this year.
I tried to, but you wouldn't allow it.
To be fair, this year I only done new guests. You're a returning guest. I could have done that.
Oh, so I wasn't nominated when I was in there. I wasn't nominated.
I was hoping they didn't pick it. Well, you're not even. You're more like a host now, Dylan. You know, you're hosting your next. You're more like a part-time host on the Sit and Chat podcast.
Christmas between Christmas and New Year. That's not only
think just every year between Christmas and New Year, you will at some point be on the podcast to do an award show.
The 6-day period.
No one else gets offered to do that. You're the only one that does.
I mean, what I heard it was.
No, you were the only one offered. We didn't ask anyone else to do it, so you know, feel welcome. But just remember, though, if you miss next year, you're never coming back on.
I feel very welcome.
Just always keep your diary free between the 25th and the 1st.
I don't think it's ever going to be busy.
Right, anyway, biggest arsehole of 2020. Dylan Hart, no. Boris Johnson, Donald Trump, Nigel Farage, or Dominic Cummings.
I mean, I'd make a strong case for Nicola Sturgeon.
I was waiting for how long it would be before you mentioned her.
I guess that. So can we just go for Bradley on this one?
I'd back it.
Bradley,
I don't know what Bradley's done. Can you make your case?
No. It's just known.
It's just a wank.
Yeah, but you have to explain why he's a wank. Has he got a reason?
Oh, right, okay.
This
so he got a bird.
This year especially. I need to.
Aye, so he got a bird this year and he became a knob.
Okay.
He stopped cutting parties. Stopped talking to us. and he's just a pure cock now. So
So is that worse than
We've over
two terrible
overridden-
leaders,
I've
Dominic
overridden-
Cummings,
I don't know why I'm speaking.
and also, Nigel Farage? I think it is worse.
Aye.
You're right. Congrats, Bradley. You've won your 2020 chatty. And also,
Gas!
no.
Don't
Do you know
let him-
why? Do you
you
know
tell
why?
him
Actually, I'm going to give it to him now. I've just thought about it. He's the only guest that's turned us down.
And he also contributed towards Jamie getting banned on Facebook. So
fuck you, Bradley, and fuck your fucking posh bird.
Congrats, Bradley. I've only ever really met you for football, but if you want to come down and collect your chatty, you're more than welcome to.
don't actually tell me, but he probably will drive down to just get it.
Everyone's waiting now.
Aye.
Right. Okay. Best film of 2020. I'll be honest, boys. Wasn't a lot. There was not a lot of films released this year. So.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to say.
But the films I have here: 1917, Extraction, Calm with Horses, and not me that put us in, as you can maybe tell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
You like me doing that?
Do you
What
have
were you
any
gonna say
other
there?
recommendations?
But what were you going to say, Dylan?
It's the Pixar one that came out.
Oh, Swole.
No, that's a trailer.
Oh.
The two brothers. I can't remember the name because I've seen it.
Oh,
onwards,
that fucking
onwards.
one with Chris.
Aye,
not
it's the only
Pine,
movie
the
I've
other
watched
one.
this year. Oh, the only 2020 movie I've watched. So how can I vote any other one?
Well, I've seen two.
Have
And
you
you
seen
vote
two of these
onward.
ones?
No,
Oh, fuck's
I've
sake.
seen two. One was called Holiday Date, like Holiday Date. You know what I mean? So I'm actually holiday in it.
Why were you watching that? That sounds pish. You can't even pronounce the name of it.
And then I watched Tenant.
Was Tenet
David?
good?
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Well,
seem
what I'd
convinced.
say, I was always gonna go for Onward. The guy's dad's not in it the whole time, so you know what I mean. His dad's gone, so
It would be Tenet was a good day.
I mean, for me, it would have to be either 1917 or Calm the Horses.
Have you seen the two?
What's
you know
that?
what?
Have you seen those two?
Yeah, I've seen
I'm
those
gonna
two. Those two were great. Calm the Horses sounds like pish, I will warn you, but it's actually really good. It's like Irish gangsters that have one of them has mental issues, and he's basically uses muscle for this gang, and he's basically tasked with killing a certain person, and he doesn't do it. So then the gang basically chase him and threaten to kill his son that has autism. It sounds very
I'm
weird,
gonna
but
be
it
honest.
sounds really weird, but it's fucking great. I loved every second of it.
Tenet's like a mid high level agent. Whose only weapon is the word Tenant.
Yeah, right, okay. See, I'd be willing to give it to either that or
I'll be
1970.
the tiebreaker. I'll be the tiebreaker. Jamie, come across to me. We'll vote for Onward.
I'm happy to get to Tenet if you want. If you genuinely think that's the best film that came out this year, I'm happy to get to that.
I would say Tenant.
Jamie doesn't like a lot of films, so I'll get to him. I'll go to Tenet
Okay,
as well.
right.
No, never concede. Never concede.
Tenet, congratulations, you've won your chatty. Christopher Nolan, if you want to come round and collect it, you're more than welcome to, mate.
I'd prefer to get to the boat than to get to him. Any boat. I was thinking of 1917. That's why I said boat.
There's no boats. I think you're thinking of fucking. You're not thinking of the same film, mate.
Nah.
1917 is the one in one take.
Is there no boats in that?
No, that's the other fucking one that Nolan directed. He didn't direct 1917.
You know what I'm talking about, though, hi.
Yeah, I know. You're just fucking wrong.
No, fuck
Right. Best TV show of 2020. Again, half of these were me, the other half were not. Hunters, The Mandalorian, Last Dance, or Tiger King. If you're interested, I suggested Hunters and The Last Dance.
I'm not interested.
That's fair. I wouldn't be either.
Let me just quickly Google something because I want to see when this came out.
Which one?
It came out in. I know when it came out, Jimmy. It didn't come out. If I think the same one.
What
right.
did you think? Last Dance was 2019.
No.
Hunting at the Hill House. He was checking.
No, I wasn't thinking of that either.
Oh, I thought you were talking about it.
But, you know, I've not even seen it yet, Haunted of Blythe Manor. But then that,
We're not,
I'm
we're
not,
not giving it to something you've not even watched yet.
no,
I'll go for Blythe Manor. Blair Manor.
No, right. Something that you've actually seen. Is there anything there that
I've
you've
not
seen
Any
or
of the 2020 TV shows. I can tell you like most of what happens in half of the Sidemen Among Us videos, but I could not tell you the story of the Mandalorian.
That's fair.
I've got no comment whatsoever.
Well, I'd probably get to Last Dance. I enjoyed Hunters, but it's not everyone's cup of
I'd get
tea.
to them as
I
well.
think everyone can enjoy Last Dance. It's the best sports documentary I've ever watched. bar
When I
none.
think of it.
Shall we get to
Fair
Last Dance then if you've got no
Mate,
other
that's on you, aye.
Aye.
All right. Well, congratulations, Michael Jordan, the rest of the Bulls. You've won your first charity. And Michael, if you're free, come round at any chance. Right. And the final category. The final category, chaps. Unless
Nah, there's one before it.
Is there? Okay.
Best Twitch streamer.
Okay. Who are you nominating?
Personally,
That you have to give that more than just one.
I would say Beefy Tags. He's been one of the most consistent.
I said Allan Hart 15. He's got a face cam.
He's got a face cam as of the
I
day
will
as
give
well,
this
so
to Sam Littlejohn if you don't give other nominees. I'll just sort of say it right now.
Well, there's 2 hours of man of you, so
I've got the award, cunt. I've got the...
calm down, Simon Kill. Sorry, I bought the award.
How have you got an award for this? I've just made up the category.
Oh, it's all right. I've got extra ones just lying there, you know.
Right. Personally, I'd pick 2 that I've watched consistently all the way through. I've watched, 3. Like so Castro, Josh, and Mini Minter.
Josh is a card, say.
What, Zerka, you mean?
Aye, so Zerka, Mini Minter,
Yeah,
and Castro is the 3 I've watched.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. I don't watch Twitch that much. If you're going off of content, I probably would say that I prefer Simon's the most of everyone else's, but I'm willing to let you decide on this.
I'd say Josh. I'd say Josh.
Josh has been good.
Okay.
Josh.
Because
he's got a good team. He makes it entertaining.
And he streams at stupid times as well, which is good.
He makes it entertaining though, because he has a good series to watch, like not just watch me open packs.
Well, congratulations, Josh. You've won your first charity. You're free to come out.
You wrote that one up quick.
And also, come on the podcast anytime you want, if you want.
Do you know the name of his podcast, Liam? Do you know the name of his podcast was?
Homecoming.
Homegrown.
Homegrown, of course. I mean, only done 6 episodes. It's not compared to sitting and chatting podcast, mate.
How many have you done? 8.
It's you can't. We've done
Including the ones that I'm on, actually, we've only done 2. So with the full lineup, if I'm a real host with the full lineup, I've only done
No.
2.
You're a part-time host. I have, were my words.
Right, what's your final award then?
Best brand of 2020. I didn't do this one. I sent it off and I said to them, go and find brands that have done something good in 2020. Was the category. First one is Patagonia, the clothing brand, for helping teen activists challenge their governments. They were giving them money and legal support for that, apparently.
Boo. Right.
HackerOne. Basically, if a young hacker was caught and threatened with jail, they would take them on, get them into government-based jobs or other sort of security jobs instead of spending the rest of their lives in jail.
That's definitely dangerous as fuck, all right.
Merak, which I've never heard of, but they came up with a vaccine for Ebola, which may finally eradicate the disease. Which, you bear in mind was one of the original coronas.
Just get to Ebola because the other 2 are dicks.
I'd say.
Oh, and I've got it down Ann Summers for using plus-size models this year.
What about Team Trees for actually planting 500 million trees this year?
Is that an actual company or is that not Mr. Beast then?
No, I can't remember the amount of trees. I think they've planted 100 million trees this year or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, as good as that is, you've got to bear in mind that also takes about 30 years for a tree to actually start being of any use.
Yeah, but that's an easy mentality to have. So it's like, oh,
No,
patch the trees in.
I'm not saying it's not good what they've done. I'm just.
So are we gonna do it in 30 years' time? We're gonna come back and be like, you know what? I've made a difference.
You know, no, you know that. That missed it. See, you know what was good? See, back 30 years ago, that Ann Summers using plus size changed their game, changed their fucking game.
True. No, that's fair.
What's going to have a lasting effect? I'd say Ebola, Team Trees.
I would say Ebola because the other two are shite.
The Trees
That's
one, no, Jamie.
Basically, one of them is they've took hardened criminals and turned them into ethical hackers. That is a dangerous, dangerous situation. So they're out the question.
Okay.
Sugarcoat how you want, Liam. They've took a criminal and they've said we'll give you a job.
Stops them from hacking your bank, I suppose.
Yeah, but what if they've got facilities to hack?
What if they go into this job, learn more stuff, leave that job, turn it into hardened criminals?
I presume if they leave, they go back to jail. That's the condition.
No, because then you've got control of somebody forever.
Anyway, I'm also inclined to get to the Ebola vaccine.
Right, Ebola all the way.
I'd take
Well, no, vaccine all the way, no Ebola all the way.
I'm on the Ebola. Woo!
Well done,
Fuck the
Ebola.
vaccine.
You've won your first chatty. Congratulations. Feel free to not come to my house to pick it up.
Nah, definitely. That's the only one I want to go to.
Wait, so you don't want the vaccine to come to your house?
No, I don't want Ebola
Right,
to come to my
anyway.
house. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't
fucking
want-
Ebola-ridden bastard.
Everyone loves Ebola.
Ebola.
Right. And that, boys, is the 2020 chatties.
Oh, wonderful.
We've done a hard job here, boys. We've done a hard job.
Scenes.
All right.
But yeah, before we go on, wanted to, do Liam, Jabba, and the guests talk about the news for a wee bit. I'll be honest, I couldn't find many cheery stories for this week, so they're a bit old. Firstly, though, did you guys hear about the boy from Scotland that tried to jet ski to the Isle of Man to be with his bird?
No.
Have you not heard of it? Have you not heard of this?
No, and I feel like I'm not interested at all.
No, it's actually good. So a guy spent 4.5 hours on a jet ski, which he's never driven before, to go and try and be with his girlfriend who lives in the Isle of Man because of lockdown restrictions. He thought it would take him half an hour, took him 4.5 hours. So thankfully he packed a full tank. He got there. And not only that though, because he just literally drove to the Isle of Man, he didn't actually put in his girlfriend's house coordinates or anything like that. He had to then walk 15 miles after arriving on the Isle of Man just to get to her house.
I suppose I don't think the jet skis have GPS though, so.
I'd be surprised. Surely he's got Google Maps. Anyway,
You're in the middle of nowhere with no signal though.
But anyway, the issue is though, the boy was arrested and given a 4-week sentence for doing the criminal act. Because although that was a nice and lovely story, he then decided to go out in the piss afterwards, and he wouldn't have been caught had he have not done that. And he was.
Imagine you know what it's meant to though, right? Imagine his bird pumped something else when he was in the jail. That'd have been too funny, man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jamie right now.
Tell me how that story ends. Does his bird pump him? He pump something else.
Pump him, yeah, in jail. Basically, she says that she'll wait for him outside and that she's very happy that he decided to come over for him. Said that romance is clearly strong. But no, what's the furthest that you'd be willing to go? Oh, I mean, actually, Dylan is the one person here in a relationship. What's the furthest you'd be willing to go for your girlfriend?
Kitchen.
Because that's where she always is. Yes, love it.
I think I'll stick. I'll leave that as my answer.
She tells you she's going to dump you tomorrow if you did jet ski to Isle of Man. You doing it, yes or no?
I'd probably. I mean, you jet ski to the Isle of Man just for the sake of jet skiing to the Isle of Man.
Not even to see her, just for the banter.
Would you know, if you had the opportunity, I'd jet ski to France if it was possible.
Oh yeah, no, I'd do it for the bands as well if it's possible. I mean, clearly it is the boy done it. It took him fucking 4.5 hours,
I'm
but
talking about France. So is France a wee bit further than Isle of Man?
it's a lot further. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
to be fair, not that much
France is
further.
quite close. France is quite
It's
close.
how many miles was it they had to jet ski? Doesn't say how many miles they had to jet ski, but if I'm going to guess, it'd probably be like around 20. It'd probably be about 26 to France from Dover, I think it is. So you could do it. It would probably take you about 6 hours, but you could do it.
I'm looking at it. Quite a
What,
distance. Realistically,
is there a jet
Like, it's
ski
not
option
that-
on Google Maps?
it's not that far.
Yeah, it's like 26 miles.
I think
I'd be able to swim it.
like look.
I mean, people
So-
have done it, Jamie. You could try.
So that is the distance there, and I won't zoom out of that. I won't zoom out of that. That is the distance there. It isn't actually too far.
So it's roughly the same. So you could probably do it in about, you could
Aye,
probably do it in like
I'd say
5 or
France.
6 hours.
I'd say I'd go to. Alright, Jimmy, you know I can never pronounce this, man. The place that you go to when you get after the Eurotunnel.
What, Calais?
That's it.
Why did you
Nah.
say it, Liam?
I say Calais.
Aye.
How do you say it?
No, but why? No, that is how you say it. But I'm like, why did you say it? Why
Aye.
did you pronounce it?
Colossus.
No, I want to.
You know how he even knows that place, by the way, is because we played Euro Truck.
Oh my
Aye,
fucking god!
I reckon I'd go over the Strait of Dover.
Tell you
And get
what,
on the-
Dylan, I will.
the
Dylan,
boat.
I'll give you 10 quid if you're able to jet ski to France. How about that?
If you provide the jet ski and everything else, I'd do it.
Aye, that's what 10 quid's for. You'd probably get a toy in.
You'd be able to get something for it.
No, actually, do you know what you need? You need a bin liner, a hoover, and an outboard motor. That way, you just pump up the bin bag, fill it with air, and then you just attach the outboard motor to the back. You'll be good.
Definitely. Well, that would be.
So-
Right. Well, further she would go there. That's
It's about
France is
20
my
miles.
favourite,
So look, you can see the wee thing on it. It's about 20 miles. Can you see it? Is it still there?
Yeah,
Aye.
so 20 miles.
So it's about 20 miles.
There you go. It's only about 6 miles further to France. You can make it.
I mean, why no? Like realistically, I think it's closer. If I'm being honest.
I mean,
That's definitely closer. Look at the difference in that. One side, so you see it. Like I actually think France is a lot closer. Looking at that map,
maybe.
unless if you're going up the top, if you're coming down to like there, you're man.
I think we're getting a bit too technical with this, to be honest.
No, I think Dylan's actually going to go and do this next year.
2020. How do you celebrate the restrictions?
Actually, yeah, to be fair, Dylan, we were talking about New Year's resolutions. How about that one? I will jet ski to France.
Dylan.
Top to bottom. The bottom one is the shortest distance between like Isle of Man in the UK. The top one's the shortest distance, but that's well closer, man.
Right, Dylan, tell you what, right? I'll literally get a jet ski and you get a jet ski. We'll hire it out and we'll go to France. If you're willing to do it, I'll do it.
If we're not
Can I
getting
get
arrested,
like a boat and just travel along the side of you and laugh?
I think the boat's a lot more expensive than the jet ski.
I don't know if we're allowed to dock in France, so that's the only thing.
You need your
Aye.
passports.
I mean, we're talking about post Brexit, Liam. So
Oh yeah, shit. Actually, you'll need 20 quid as well to get in. You'll need-
Exactly. I say we just go we vlog it and then we go, there's France, see you later.
the 3 years get the paddle boat.
No, do you know what'll happen? About like 2 hours in, you'll be both drowning in the fucking middle of the channel after a boat hit
Aye,
you.
and you better grounds after fucking staying overnight. Your grands will be saving us all.
Aye, like the Thunderbirds called into action.
Fair enough.
I think I could. So that's my distance.
Nice.
Colossus.
I'll be honest, I've got another one here, but it's a bit shite. So, did you see the news on about Pornhub having to delete 10 million of its videos?
Nah, I didn't see that.
I seen it, but I didn't know why.
So basically, obviously, you know, Pornhub. Well, I don't know if you do know. Apparently, Pornhub likes to keep up. I don't know what you call it, like its safety security thing, saying that basically
Policies.
you keep no like illegal content on their site. But then they were dropped by Visa and MasterCard because there was proof that they were still promoting child porn and rape videos. So in response to this, they'd had to delete 10 million videos.
Fair enough.
As a result, they lost 90% of their library.
I mean, if you're about saying 90% of their income, then I would be seriously concerned.
Nah, I think they'll be fine.
Well,
PayPal.
actually, you're talking about income there, right? In 2019, Pornhub made more money than Apple, Amazon, and Facebook.
Fair enough. Some
Good money.
serial wankers.
Literally.
That is actual fucking good con. Speaking of porn, Liam, this is more for you because I know Dylan when they watched it, but you seen the Belle Delphine porno?
I did not watch it. Did you watch it?
Oh, I watched it, 100%.
Did she actually go
And
through it? Because a lot of people are thinking she was going to troll it.
Nah, she did that. She got split in it. Aye.
Wasn't it her boyfriend as well that was maybe doing that? I heard.
Aye. He had like a mad fucking costume on. Like a mad bunny costume, and then he ripped the costume off, kept the helmet on, and then started rifling her. So
Fair
I
play to
recommend
her.
you go watch it for context.
It may have been deleted off Pornhub by the.
It wasn't on porn, but I seen it.
Oh, well, it's on.
The 10
It was
million.
It was on Spunk Splash or some shit like that. That show was something stupid like that, by the way.
Oh,
Be honest, then, Jamie, did you have a wank?
No, I didn't like that. No, I just wanted to see it for context.
What would you rate
But-
out of 10 of your previous porn watching? Where would you rate it for first time production?
It was alright. I would say the Celeste Vega one was better.
Dylan, what the fuck are you shaking your camera for? It looks like you're having.
He's having a wank to the Belle Delphine thing.
What the fuck was that?
long story, man. Not even gonna get into it.
We've got time, mate. It's a podcast.
Yeah, it's that's sort of where you tell long stories on. It's a flashlight. What the fuck is that?
It's a fucking blackhead hoover.
It's a black kid remover.
What, you put it on your dick or something? What was happening there?
Why is the fucking thing still shaking?
It's me, man. I always just jet on my leg.
Well, fucking stop.
Fuck's
You're
sake.
on video.
Aye.
No,
fuck's
I'll
sake.
keep jetting my leg. My leg was just leaning against the desk.
Shocking. There, good. Sit still.
Fuck, I like it.
So, what did you say? Sorry, Jamie, you rated out of 10? What was your rating?
I'd get a good 6.
But for the memes, would you rate it higher or?
I mean, the fact she went through it, I would give her a 10, but
You don't think it's a bit
Uh,
weird that she's done it now, though, because she's kind of set herself. For me, at least, she set herself up on a bit of a path going forward. Because see, before that, she was kind of this enigma that people never knew anything about. Now, literally, people have seen everything of her. Do you sort of think that maybe loses the appeal of her?
What you said,
because-
hadn't it? Jesus, this guy.
no, I don't think it loses.
Well, you just think
Was
people are
it
going to come
just-
back for more with more pornos.
Right.
That
She
might
actually say she
inspire
was
other
doing more?
OnlyFans.
Did she say she was doing
nah,
more?
not at my way. But I know it's inspired other OnlyFans models to do it as well.
Well, good on her. One more thing then before, well, for me at least, before we end. See if in a hypothetical perfect world, if 2021 everything went back to normal, obviously it won't, but if it did, or whenever the world does eventually start going back to normal, do you guys see your
Thank
life
God, yes.
changing in any way at all, or do you see it being more like it'll
Won't need
stay
to work
what
from
it's
home.
more like now?
Won't need to work from home.
No, it will change though. Because I think, like, especially in early in I worked on retail, will not be the same.
I know.
ever again. And I
Never, you
think
think?
working from home, no, I think working from home will be something that comes
Hybrid
part of
meeting will be part of it where we need to serve like it's there's Apple lunch. We won't have Jamie will probably get sent home to do it to like serve customers an Apple lunch.
So no, I don't think it'll be the same.
How obviously we didn't really get into it, but obviously you guys are back working from home again. I know Jamie sort of talked about it last time you were doing it. You're kind of struggling with it. How are you dealing with it this time?
I've not done it before. That's my first time.
How are you coping?
I don't
I've never started it.
All right. So do you guys start off the new year or what happens?
We start on the 4th.
No, it's the 6th.
6th, sorry.
6th and 7th because of training.
Have you heard when you go back then?
17th if everything goes to plan. Probably later though.
It seems a bit weird that they're only getting you in for like a week or two though, doesn't it? Working from home. It surely sounds like it's probably going to keep going on for longer.
It definitely will be on for longer, that's why. Half of your leaders, half of the big ups and BAT and stuff are fucking Tories, so they already know the information in the next lockdown before the UK does, before the public know. So we prepared for a lockdown that didn't happen for like another 6 weeks, and then all of a sudden we were prepared and ready to go, and that was us where we went. So it was like they already
then you. Are you dreading it then again this time, Jamie? Because I know you did last time.
Nah, I just didn't. I just couldn't be asked last time. But
I wouldn't mind it.
I've now came to the realisation that it's never going to change. Like, this is a new normal for us, so just get on with it.
Make the most of it.
Right, so I see it now, just get on with it, and that's it.
Hopefully things will go back to the way they were at some point.
Nah, fuck that. Get done.
You want to stay in your boxers by your bed every single morning to work from home.
Why not?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, I suppose because I've never done it before, I don't know what to expect if I ever was asked to do it.
I don't know what to expect, so that's my confusion.
Well, we'll just have to wait to see the next thing. Well, have you guys got anything else you want to bring up before we finish then?
No.
I will definitely pack a team of the year, I can tell you that.
Is that your promise?
It's not a promise, it's a guarantee.
And I'll definitely remind Bradley that he's a wanker and a cunt and he's won an award for it.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll clip it.
Just tell them as well they bet like the people of like Trump and Boris and all that. It's quite an achievement.
Is it? And
to be that much of a cunt and still win it.
And Nicola Sturgeon because she's a cow.
And to end well, I think we'll end on that cheery note then.
Best way.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Nicola.
Well, I've certainly enjoyed this. It's been good having you back, Dylan. Thanks for your yearly appearance. I'm sure we'll have you back next year, hopefully in person, not in Zoom, but we'll wait and see what happens.
Be a bit crazy in person, A few too many Coca-Colas.
Yeah, mental. But yeah, until next time then, I suppose. I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Thayjamieallan.
I'll see you next year. I'm done.
Take care. Bye.
See you next year. I'll be nominated again. Bye-bye.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.